Hello, in my own words again, here to hit you with the disease of alcoholism. I'm not going to get into the semantics of it, alcoholism being called a disease. We could go around and around with that. Just going to read what it says and go from there. If your parents did not drink, your grandparents may have drank and passed on the disease of a family dysfunction to your parents. If alcohol or drugs were not a problem, your home may have been chaotic, unsafe, and lacking nurture like many alcoholic homes. Big Red Book, page 18. Great. Granny did it to mom, and mom did it to mom. Mom did it to us. What chance do we have of being able to get well? They mention mom, granny. The same thing goes for granddad, dad, uncles, cousins, whomever it was, all of them, male or female. Even though this was passed down through the generations until it finally got to us and perhaps to our children and great grandchildren. I'm not there yet, and grandchildren. Who do we blame? I have children, but I'm not a grandparent yet. Can we really blame mom or granny or great granny? Indeed, none of them intended to pass this baggage down to us. But here it is, ours to unpack. Last year, I spent 5 months of unpacking through fasting. I did that for 5 months. Fortunately, we have the best chance of them all to do something about it. We really do. I did. I can't speak for anybody else, only myself, because I chose to do something. Today, we have a much better understanding of the multi generational nature of trauma transmission, and this understanding is constantly evolving. We are fortunate to be part of a wonderful human experiment to reverse the effects of generational family dysfunction and achieve emotional sobriety. Like most experiments, we start with the premise that we can build a lifetime of stability, safety, and nurturing. As we toil in the laboratory of our lives in recovery, we find just the right mixture of experience, analysis, and spiritual principles and issue daily progress reports to our fellow travelers and our higher power. Right now, the only progress reports that I issue is to my higher power all throughout the day. And this last note says, on this day, I will note the progress I have made in finding my emotional balance and give myself the privilege of believing I can and will recover. I have recovered so far, so far. I've come so far. And this mentioned, the generations before and what they passed on. Well, just having talks with my maternal grandmother. My dad's mom died before I was born. I am named after her. My other grandma who lived, she died maybe 6 years ago. She and my mom died 4 months apart. And before my grandmother died, she began to share a lot. She began to share a lot. And it all made sense. It all made sense. Yeah, like the stuff that's passed down, and I realized, okay, she did this to me because it was done to her. But at some point, you can say it has to stop, should stop. I totally decided to stop with me. I totally decided to stop with me and my children. Stop. Um, and through my fasting, like I lost, because like I said, I was serious with it. I lost 40 pounds in the process, but like, the weight thing, it's an extra, it's a cool thing, but like trying to break yokes, I broke yokes, and that stuff that they went through, not even like just alcohol here, just the dysfunction, um, other areas of dysfunction that didn't involve alcohol, but was alcohol like an issue growing up used by other relatives? I've cut back on using the word family. I more so use the word relative. I'm related. I'm related. So yeah, there was like, yeah, the alcohol was there. It's like, what's that song? If you don't want to party, then you should go home. That that's how it was. Not in my grandmother's house, but the house that I lived in. If you don't want to party, you should go home. The that No Limit song, we don't care if the party don't stop. Got nothing but time, so let the beat knock. That's what it was. And I used to get so tired of it. I used to get so tired of it. Like, I got into it with the people a few times. I know one night I'm like, it's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Like, it's not even Friday. It's freaking Wednesday. I've got to work tomorrow. The kids got to go to school. And I just felt like, and I went to the grandmother about it, but I just felt like she didn't see my side. And that's what I was asking her. Why can't you see my side? Why can't you see my side? And another reason I feel as though that Bible says that God He's the mother to the motherless, He's the father to the fatherless. Because at that time, there was nothing my mother could do. There was nothing that my father could do. And that's just weird saying, my father, like my daddy, like there's nothing my dad could have done. I had to cry out to the man upstairs. I had to cry out to the man upstairs to rectify, carry me through, see me through. The alcoholism is no joke. The effects is no joke. It's no joke whatsoever. I've seen enough for a lifetime. Had my share for a lifetime. And the enabling. And when the enabling is going on, it's like for certain individuals, what's the reason to stop? What's their reason to stop, especially when the enabling is going on, unless, like, the higher power, the conviction is coming down. If that conviction wasn't coming down to stop, carries on. So, like, they're calling it a disease. I guess in an essence, you can call it a disease. Not so sure that I would. Addiction. Addiction for sure. But at some point, like with this last paragraph, you can build a life of stability, safety, and nurturing. You find out just the right mixture of experience, analysis, and spiritual principles, and issue the daily progress reports. The daily progress reports. And break out of it for yourself and those that come after you. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, somebody break it. It can be broken. I can't tell someone else to do. Speaking for myself, I know what I did. I know what I'm doing. And of course, you're challenged on the way when you're ready to bust some things up. There's gonna be challenges. So anyway, here I am working the program. It's been 2 years. I'm still going forward. I love the material. I love the reading. I love my growth. When I look back over my life to see how far I have come, the peace that I have, the joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world can't take it away. They would love to. I'm not going to let them, no matter what. In my own words, I will be back with more talks, more overcoming, more solutions, not lying down, not giving up, not giving in. I refuse. I'm an overcomer. Overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of my testimony. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back with more.